Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the newly crowned British champ, Liethal Leigh Wood. Now,
Boom.
we have been over this before, you and I, on the sly. Obviously, pot kettle, you've got provocative Barnet, my friend.
You know what? My auntie keeps saying, "You're gonna get rid of it now. You're gonna get rid of it." Because I wanted it done for a while, and with lockdown, it gave me a chance to grow my hair to get it done. So then I got it done, and I thought, do you know what? I want to keep it. I want to fight in it at least once, yeah.
Yeah.
So then obviously box it. The first thing she said after, she said, "Well done," but then the second thing she said was, "Right, you're gonna get it cut now." But, I don't know, like lads give me a bit of shit for it, but I think the birds like it.
There you go, man. Like Samson, maybe the strength's in there, bro. Keep it, cultivate that shit.
I heard that as well. It could be.
I mean, it's the tight curls. They're proper tight. They're there to stay.
Oh, yeah. Because if not, it's uncontrollable. Like, do you know what I mean? It's too big.
That's going nowhere, is it? That's literally going nowhere, ever. I mean, but what's the plan? Are we talking cornrows? Are we talking like straightening it out and doing a little bit of side parting action?
Like you say, like eventually.
Deep freeze.
There we go. We got it.
You're back. You're not back.
Do you know why I've got hair? Because you two hate because you've not got hair. Why I've got hair?
Right. So no. Because look, first of all, I've got an extra wide centre parting. We've been over this, right? Streets actually has a full head of hair, but I think it looks like yours, so he keeps it shaved.
Yeah, well, I don't have the curls, but like of all my years, because people over lockdown, same thing, it grew out. And they're like, did you get a hair transplant? I'm like, no, I have hair. I just look ridiculous with it. That's why I fucking shaved that shit off.
Well,
but yeah, man, never once had a good, I've had fucking plaits and all sorts of shit. Yeah. Mohawk, nothing. Get rid of that.
I've never really been anything crazy with mine, so first time, you know. I like it, but do you know what I like about it? Do you know when my hair's straight, you're trying to style it and it's like stick soap and you can't really, with it, I just wet it, bang, done. A bit of water, bit of gel, whatever, done. Just throw it, sound.
Powerful.
Literally 30 seconds.
Powerful. Right, to business. How does it feel now that you are British champ? Feel good? It's a lovely belt, isn't it?
It feels good. It feels good. Obviously, I'm hungry for more. Without feeling like, what's the word? Like, obviously, I feel like I not appreciate, but like, you know, I'm glad I've done it. But I feel like it's took a long time to get it. It should have happened a long time ago. But yeah, it feels the same. Like, you know, British title, it's an amazing achievement. But there's more to come. I can't really sit back and pat myself on the back. I've just got to keep grinding. I'm back down Essex now training and more to achieve. So
good, man.
I mean, it was a quality fight, right? To be fair, at the beginning, like Mold come out strong, didn't he? At the beginning,
yeah,
he come out the boy
throwing some heavy shots, and I thought, I knew he was going to do this. I knew he was going to do it. I was catching a few, thinking, "Cheers, son. You're really grunting him in and loading up, trying to block you on the jab, keep you on the jab because you can't sustain this. Can't sustain it." So, and after the third round, I think he had a big third round, and he went back, and you can see on the corner cams, he was proper sucking it up. I'm not really about a second gear. I went back to the third for the corner after the third, and Ben gave me a bit of a drill and like basically said, "Come on, then, do a bit more then." And I cranked the dial and put him down in the fourth. But then I went back to second gear again because I knew just over time over the rounds he was doing too much. He's not a massive puncher, so he has to really load up to put that power in.
Yeah,
and I felt that I could hear it and see it, and just experience, just keep on the jab, keep him on the jab.
Yeah, you look wicked. I mean, we like I think Jake said that, you know, like you one of the Ingle boys originally, and then you've moved on and stuff like that. Like it was one of them minutes when you turned Southpaw and you're just like, oh yeah, he's got this up the old sleeve and he's ready to go. And you
a lot of strength in my bow, a lot of strength. And I can fight Southpaw a whole fight if I need to, but if you got someone that's got a lovely right hand over the top, touch the jab, right to the body, touch the jab, right over the top, so you're guessing. They're the two good shots that will sit on the Southpaw very, very well. Like, you don't want to be rushing in with a jab or a backhand, and he slips down, bowler, and you just to sit for it. So I thought, you know, I could have switched early. Ben didn't tell me not to switch early, but I thought if that's his best shot, I don't want to be making any silly mistakes early Southpaw, especially while he's fresh and rushing in. So I kept it in the bag, and then obviously I feel like my biggest power shots are when I'm Southpaw. So if you look at all my stoppages, like Joyce fight, there's been a few. Like I'm normally in Southpaw, the Glover fight. I'm normally Southpaw when I land my big shots and drop them or stop them. So when I hurt him and put him down, then I went Southpaw to finish the job.
That was a beautiful knockout, man. Really that was fucking lovely.
Highlight reel.
Yeah, it was a proper highlight reel one. Yeah, and then obviously there's the classic picture afterwards with you with the Lonsdale belt, looking all pumped out and shredded, curly hair, delightful, like big respect. How's the relationship going with Ben? Is it all clicking? Like, how did you guys how did you connect and all that come to be?
My thing's gone dead small because someone tried to FaceTime me, but I don't know how to get it back. But I can see you. I don't know what I'm doing. Technology, I'm not great with it. Yeah. So split with Ian. I didn't. It wasn't my decision to split with Ian, but Ian just couldn't. He said to me, "Look, I can't give you what you need for this fight. I've not got a gym. Not got no lads." Yeah. So I gave him a few days to think about it. And he came back to me like, "Look, I can't. Still the same decision. Like, I was like, right, I'm going to go somewhere else, kind of thing." And my friend Leo, I used to live with him for like nearly 10 years at Ingle Gym. So he went to Ben, and I told him, I said, he rang me out of the blue and was like, "What's happening in your training?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't know what's happening yet." So I was ticking over in Nottingham, doing my own thing, keeping fit, because I'm always really fit.
Yeah.
He just said, he was training. I was like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm looking for a trainer." And he just on me every day after that for weeks. He's like, "Look, come and see Ben, come and see Ben." And I was a bit skeptical, like, obviously, like everyone else, I look at him and think, "Oh, he did that thing. He did his thing with Tyson," and I didn't really know a lot about him. I was a bit skeptical, but Leo kept on me. So, and he did the same thing to Ben. He was saying to Ben, "Oh, Leigh can fight, strong, can punch, train him." And Ben probably looked at last fight. He watched my fight back with Dickens and seen when I got hurt. He seen me hitting my chest, and he thought, you know what, he's got something about him. And then Leo just stayed on his booth, and then eventually came down for a week to see what it was like. And best move I made ever, best decision I made in my career. And thanks to everyone down here thanks to Ben mainly for bringing me through and giving me that chance.
I mean, like from like in a purely honest thing from a fan's perspective, like there's because I think it's a mix, right? He looks how he does, like he looks like an Essex boy, right? Ben looks like a proper sugar hut dweller, right? He looks like he's got a lot of ankle on display and a pair of maybe moody Gucci's on, right? He's got that. He came onto the scene out of nowhere and like immediately, you know, he was with Tyson Fury, right? He come out of nowhere and then all of a sudden he's got the heavyweight champ. Like there's still like a lot of, I don't want to say proving because he is proving it, but there's still like a lot of unknown. There's still kind of like, like the Adam Booth with David Haye early days kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. But same with like everyone that I mentioned him to. Like, it's the same kind of thing. The same as what I thought. Like, you look at him, he's the Tyson thing, and then you think, well, who else has he brought through in that? But honestly, he's so knowledgeable and such a sound guy as well. Like, he wants the best for his fighter. He's not in it to make a few quid. Do you know what I mean? And that's probably the best thing about him. And he's just genuine. Just been talking about my mate who hooked me and Ben up, Leo. He just come in the room. So
hey, thanks for that, Leo.
He just had a shower, so I'm not going to spin the camera. No,
OnlyFans special. They got to pay extra for that.
Oh, there it is.
Go on, son.
Look at that. So from like a coaching perspective, like, are you learning much from him, or is it? Yeah. Is it a case that he's putting everything together for you in his?
How I view it is, it's not like you're learning things that you don't know.
Yeah.
You're learning, well, just telling you how and why you're doing things. And because before, all the things that we've gone over, I've done in previous fights, but not known why I did it. Or so we'll go back and say, look, you landed these shots because you set it up in this way. And then I'll watch it back and I can see the setup. And I was just in the zone, just doing what I do. And like, I can see the setup. And then I can watch another fight when I did things not as good. and there was no setup, and I was looking for shots. I was jumping and making ground up. I was just trying to load up, and I was picking a shot off my head and right, I'm gonna land this. Do you know what I mean? And then other fights, I'd put the groundwork in, and I'd set the shot up, and I'd do the right things before and after. And now I know them things because I can do them things. If you don't know, you don't know, and that's the most important thing. Learning when to do things and why you do things. Basics as well for that fight. Getting out of trouble and just little things that they're so simple, but fighters don't practice. And if you don't practice it, you're probably not going to
do it. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
I mean, that's really good to. I mean, the mystique there is gone a little bit now with him, like, because like I said, he just seems like a cool guy, but he just seems so young, and no one's been brought through. You know what I mean? It's like starting at the number one spot. So now you're seeing yourself, other fighters, you know, Josh Taylor and stuff like that. Like it's
Shabazz, Leo. There's got more fights. We've got 2 GB lads come down. Mark and Will. We've got Leon come from Germany. So we've got a nice little camp. Obviously Jack as well from Germany. So we've got a really good stable. And I can say as well with Ben, it's not like he's got all these fighters and it's like, right, let's just crack on. He put so much time into each individual. So one day I was surprised when he'd been there all day. I left the gym at 8:30. Ben had been there all day. I sparred in the evening. I got a shower. I left at 8:30. I got home, got a shower, I had my dinner, sat in bed. I was about to go to sleep, 10 o'clock at night. Got a text off him or a message on WhatsApp. And then I had like loads of videos. So there's loads of little pointers at my spine, good bits I did, examples of things we're working on. Then there's the bad bits. Then he said, right, you've got an email off Leigh. Go see it. I want you to watch that tomorrow. I want you to watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. So we've got an analysis guy called Leigh, who's a big part of the team as well. So obviously thanks to him for the work he did for my fight. So on my phone, I've got email after email after email, things I was working on, me doing it in sparring, me not doing it in sparring, examples of that thing in other fighters doing it. So I can watch it as well and then practice it and then see me doing it. It all clicks together. But what I'm saying is Ben puts the time in. It's not like go to the gym, do your thing, come back, switch off. It's you go to the gym, you come back, you're making sure you know what you're doing when you go back to the gym. You're watching it, you're watching other fights. I think it was fight week. So fight week in the ball. I don't normally train fight week, but we did a little bit of pads Wednesday night, Thursday night. And I'm thinking, I just want to rest because normally I don't do nothing from the week before the Friday till the Saturday night, which is 8 days. So we did some pads and practicing the things was working on for weeks and weeks and weeks. Then the next day, same again, just practicing the same things, not as long, just nice and short. And I was thinking, God, I just want to. But he's making sure there's no stone unturned. He's making sure I know as soon as that bell goes, I know what I'm doing. And then the day of the fight, I get a text, and it's you have to press read more. I had to press read more. Oh, and he said he had to say something like, right, read this 30, 40 times. And it's in words again. The same things we practiced on the Thursday, the same practice on the Wednesday, the same things I'm practicing for weeks and weeks.
Send me a voice note, geezer.
Make sure 100% I know what I'm doing. And do you know what? It worked.
Yeah. So he's very data driven.
Mate,
that's really good.
On it, and he wants the best for his fighters, and that's the main thing.
Nice. So, be honest. How are you adjusted to the tropical wonderland that is Harlow? Like, do you take yourself out some nights and just go and have a look at the roundabouts?
So we're on a nice estate. It's like a new estate, so it's not too bad. I hadn't seen the other side of Harlow. Been to the shopping centre to do my Christmas shopping. What I was allowed to do at the time. Got a few bits, but apart from that, I've not really seen much of it. The furthest I go really is the coffee shop at the end of the road. Nice bit of food there.
Yeah.
There's that guy off Tarway. I don't know if you know him. Is it Pete with the long hair and tattoos? He's outside. The
The one who looks like Tyler. Yeah.
I go to the shop and he's outside with his dog every morning. It's strange, but it's a nice little area around here. There's a nice park around the corner, and that's as far as I go because.
Yeah, for the best. Harlow's full of people with like straight hair and curly teeth, mate. It's a different sort of spot. It's a proper different spot.
I actually have this perm to come down here. That's why I got it.
Yeah, no, but no, but it's the teeth that are permed for them, and the hair is dead straight. It's very odd. So what's next for you, big man? Come, Are you?
So in an ideal world, I
Yeah.
would like to fight. If Gavin McDonald can win the European title at the end of the month, I'd really like that fight. I think it would be great for the fans. I think it would be a big fight. Obviously, chance of redemption.
Yeah.
I think it's massive. I'm not sure if he wants it, if he would take it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's got to win it first, and I hope he does.
Yeah.
Then that would be ideal for me. And then who knows after that, off to a world title eliminate or a world title shot. I don't know. I mean, I really, really wanted to win this British title outright, but
Yeah.
I didn't see myself winning it at 32. So 3 defenses, it's takes me to 30, 33, probably nearly 34. So I'm on a
Yeah,
way
it's a
from
tough one, isn't it?
And I think, to be honest, I've proved, like, every time I box for a British Commonwealth, I've won by knockout, and it's never been a competitive fight really. It's been like competitive, but it's not been like a hard fight. So I proved that I'm above domestic level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously I think European title is like the next best thing to win, and on
For
the right
sure.
path to a world title fight.
So, if you don't mind, what happened with the fight before this one, the Jazza Dickens fight? Like, was
I
it
had a bad
just a
night.
case? Huh?
I had a bad night. He had a good night. He had
Yeah,
a very good
but
night.
this is kind of it, right? Because he's not experienced at all, and
Mm,
you know, like if you did have a bad night, that's what's going to happen. And it's,
yeah.
I mean, was it just that exactly that?
It was quite a few things, to be honest, but you can never come out of the ring and go, right, I lost because of this, 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 and this, and no
Mm,
one, because I've been there before with the McDonald fight, and I genuinely was at the wrong weight, and I generally like was fucked after like 2 rounds, but
yeah.
you can tell people, and it don't matter, because you're better off saying, look, the best kid won on the night, and I'll come back, and I've proved now like my level, and hopefully you'll see in the rematch when if I can fight Gav again, if it happens, everyone will see my progression, and that I wasn't talking shit, that I was flat at the weight. But you can see it in the fights after at featherweight. Like, Gav went on to get a draw against Whale, then I boxed Whale, and I wasn't really allowed to load up and put power shots in that fight because Dom was like, look, get the win, pick him off, and it was easy. But yeah, like with the Dickens fight, I think I didn't really get sparring that was relevant to him. I didn't know I was boxing him because obviously it's in the tournament, so it was hard to prepare for someone that you're not 100% sure you're fighting. But out of the 3, I thought he would have been the hardest fight. So we tried to gear things around him a little bit more. But even so, I was sparring like Southpaws. It was more upright back foot boxers, no pressure. Yeah, I had loads of things going off in my life. Like, I don't want to go into too much, but
Yeah.
I had a lad that was like 6 months that I'd not really started seeing. I went away on training camp in the January, got there and was on antibiotics for the whole time I was there for bronchitis. And I said that was only like 5 weeks before the fight. But like I said, I felt physically fit on the night and everything. I felt good. I just didn't get it right, and I had a bad night. And he had a good night. So like I said, the better fighter on the night won. He deserved to win. But can I perform better than that, and can I beat him? Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure. And it's led to where you are here now, where you got to be feeling pretty good, pretty like vibey on what's coming next.
And confident.
Yeah.
Excited. I'm confident. With Ben in my corner and the team I've got around me now, and obviously makes it easy. Like that, the Dickens fight, I was pretty much training either on my own or with one other person.
Yeah.
Getting up, doing my weights on my own, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But now I'm back around a team, back with my friend Leo, back with like world champion, British and Commonwealth, fighting for the European title, Lee McGregor. I'm around other fighters, so it's like you're just bouncing off each other, and you got that competition as well in the gym, which makes things a lot better. And then actually, I've got a proper team around me, analysis, and Ben in my corner. I feel a lot more confident going forward.
So is that something that's a new thing for you in your career, or is that just like something that Ben is more like, it's what he's more geared up, he's more data driven? Like, why didn't you have the team before?
To be honest, the Ingles operate different to any other gym.
Yeah.
So they don't really look at other fighters and come up with a game plan. It's more of like, I'm not saying it's wrong, but what they do is more get you prepared, and spar different styles all the time to inevitably you come up against it. You've already dealt with it with the sparring you've had. Do you know what I mean? And it's more about them dealing with you than you dealing with them, if that makes sense.
Right.
So they're more focused on getting you fit, strong, conditioned, all them kind of things. And you're constantly throwing a lot of punches in the camp. So you'll be doing body sparring, pads. You've been throwing a lot of punches compared to other gyms. So other gyms up and down the country don't operate like them. They're completely different.
Yeah.
So obviously it was hard for me when I moved, but obviously it's also an insight into like what I should also add to my game. Like for up until this last fight, I never watched the person I was fighting, like fights or I think Doyle fight. I put it on 30 seconds. I know what he brings off. same with Dickens. Put it on a minute. That was it. That was my preparation for looking at a style. Look at him. I've half around if that sound. I know what kind of fight he is. So with Ben, like it's more break it down. Right, he does this when he's tired. He does this. When he's setting up his best shots, which these are his best shots, he like set up like this. His most dangerous when, like all these things. Like, and Ben says to like when we're sparring, when we're doing certain things, ask the question. Drop a feint. What does he do? You're asking the question all the time. I don't want to tell you too much, but there's a little example. You know what I mean? This is an example, and that's how he perceives boxing and views it, and it's good.
You can't go wrong with that because then kind of like what the Ingles preparing, you're ready for everybody because you just develop this Rolodex of like setups, fakes, fades, what people are doing, the strategies, and either you're doing it yourself or you spot it in them. That's gold.
Yeah. Same like with Ingles as well. It was like you could box amazing and you probably wouldn't know why or how you did it. No. So I take elements out of them fights and I look back through the videos and I'll look at things. I did that then. And I just did it without thinking about it.
Instinct,
Brendan yeah me all the time. He used to say like you do it without even thinking about it. And it's good because it's like a thing, but you also need to think about it to practice it and then to do it like that as well.
Well, it's like you can get the best advice in the world, but if you don't understand the why, like if it doesn't apply to you, then
that's
kind of off the bat. Yeah.
I watched the Dickens fight back and I almost cringe at it. Things I was doing, like switching in distance with my hands down and my chin up and getting caught with dash shots. Throwing big shots when he would set his hands pinned and was waiting to tuck up and catch instead of setting it up. Just everything was wrong. Everything. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So.
That's it.
I suppose as well because was you close to Brendan?
Yeah, I was closer to Brendan than I was Dom.
Yeah, I mean, because like all of that instinct, you know, not even really paying attention, not paying attention. It all being muscle memory, it all being part of the system was very much what he preached, wasn't it?
Repetition.
Yeah.
You're able to do it without thinking. That's what you do. Just automatically do it.
Yeah.
But the way they operate is not just like you do it without thinking. There is a lot more to it than people think. People think, oh, they just do this mad stuff around the circle, but it was more like you do your body sparring, and you, without even thinking, instinctively, you get used to seeing what shots come in. You get a twitch of the shoulder while you body sparring that side. You know, it's either that shot, and you're absorbing information without even knowing, and you're watching and you're learning. Like, and you also, whilst you're doing that, you're getting used to throwing hundreds of punches or hundreds of odd punches around. So you're getting fitness. You're taking shots on your arms, so your arms are getting stronger. You're taking like body shots, so you're getting better at taking body shots. Anticipation, timing, rhythm, accuracy, pace, all them things are getting better as well. I do think body sparring is good, but at the same time, since I've come away, like I've done a lot more head sparring and I've developed and I think that's been a big part of my game, which has helped me as well. But I think body sparring as well is good for them kind of things.
I mean, it sounds like from a fresh walk through the door, never put on a pair of gloves before, and you walk into the Ingle gym. It sounds like that's probably one of the best fundamental like starting blocks that you can have. And then like what you've said with the background, you go on to a different system that you can just kind of flourish
add on to. And
yeah. As long as whilst you're body sparring, you're getting taught the basics and fundamentals outside of hands up, feet, when not to do things, when to do things. So that's important because some kids go in there, they're copying lines and jumping, they're switching, their hands are down.
Yeah.
You need to know the timing of it and the basics as well. Another thing that's good about it is you're not getting punched in the head. So you're doing all the sparring, developing on things around it, and you're not taking blows to the head. And Brendan was a big preacher about taking headshots, and you don't want to be 40, 50-year-old blow bubbles. And he's right. He's right. You want to get out of boxing, your faculties intact. He said about Muhammad Ali, like, he never really got caught in his fights. He was slick and moving, but he used to spar like 15 rounds a day. You get caught with one big shot a day. So that's what, 12, 13 big shots a day. Add it up for the week. How many times? 5-6 days. It's a lot of punches.
Yeah.
From the white collar world though, body sparring is fucking death. Body sparring is when you get kicked, you get fucking head butted. So like it's
breaking
miserable.
hands on the elbow.
Yeah, streets. How many times have you seen that go wrong?
Oh,
like,
fucking.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's like you almost want to chart and be like, this is the fucking body. This is what you're supposed to be aiming for. It's like throat punches and ball shots. Nothing.
We don't do a lot. We do a bit of body sparring, actually. This is my first day back in camp, and I did a bit of body sparring this morning. But I didn't do loads of body sparring. But for this camp, I think it was a few weeks before the fight, on a Thursday or Friday, I was making weight. I was tired. I felt a bit. It must have seen it on my body language. So I got to the gym, and there's two. I think there were super middleweights, body sparring in the gym. And I was getting my wraps on. Just like looking up, like obviously really tired.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the week, and I was watching him, and I was just like watching him, and you could see me watching him. And what I was thinking in my head was like, they're being lazy. They're not really doing a lot. And he goes, Leigh, body sparring stuff on. And I went, woof, and I just jumped up, I grabbed my gloves, and I just hopped into my guard, and my head going on. And about 3 seconds, I ran over to him. He's like laughing because he knows I love body sparring. And, and I did like 3 or 4 rounds or whatever, and I just didn't stop throwing punches. Like I was spitting at the mouth. I just threw and threw. And then I did pads after, and that really warmed me up, and it just took my mind off how I was feeling. And I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Love it.
Nice. With the Harlow MTK Performance Centre vibe, man, it looks like a pretty good spot that they got there, doesn't it? Like, is it literally got the lot?
Yeah, everything, all under one roof, like a Toys R Us crew.
Yeah,
all under one roof, mate. Everything we need. Everything. What a setup. Like all the weights. You got like the air pressure weights, all new technology.
Yeah.
Free weights, the curve, treadmill, loads of bags. Obviously in the room, got the ring and that. Yeah, crazy setup. Everything we need. It's brilliant.
It's
beautiful.
It's becoming
like with times like this when gyms aren't open. Fighters rely on going to another place to get other things. So yeah.
Really, like Essex has become a proper spot now, isn't it? Because you got Peacocks has just moved to Epping, right? Yeah. You got you lot in Harlow. You got the Tibbs lot. You got the ones. Who's the ones in Loughton where James DeGale used to be with the geezer who just what was it? I can't remember what his name.
15 by 5, James. I know you're about. Is Jim McDonald, is it?
Yeah, Jim McDonald.
That's it.
Yeah. You wouldn't knock him on a cab fare, would you?
Matchroom HQ as well is around there, isn't it? So
yeah, Brentwood, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a proper spot. Hey, see, you're in the right spot. You can get rid of Nottingham. Like, don't worry about it.
I'm a home boy, and I like home's home for me. I've got a lot of good memories in Nottingham. I fly the flag a lot, and I get a lot of shit. Like I'll post something like tonight. I posted my Forest training top on in Nottingham, and I zoomed in and like hashtag Nottingham. People message me like, "You're not from Nottingham, are you?" Or like they're taking the piss. Like, "Oh, we didn't know you was from Nottingham." Like, I do fly my flag because I do love the place. And
you got to rep it, ain't you?
And yeah, friends, family. Obviously, my kids are in Nottingham. Like, I do love the city, and every opportunity I can get to go back, without missing training, I do. And like I had 2 weeks at home after this fight. Couldn't really do a lot because
there's nothing to do. Yeah,
literally. That's why I couldn't wait to get back in the gym because I can't celebrate as normal. Can't really go out with my friends for food, but I normally go to Raglan Road and have a sing song and that, but couldn't really do much. So, I was looking forward to getting back in routine down here and training.
Yeah. Is it a bit of like a pain in the ass constantly flipping up between the two?
it's a lot of miles, but it's not too bad. It's just an extra, because I used to train in Sheffield. That's like 50 minutes, whatever. So it's only like an extra hour and 10. But it's worth it. And like I said, I'm living with some quality lads. It's fun and it's competitive, which is what I need.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're in a really good spot developmentally, and you're just gonna keep getting better and better.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're gonna see me in some really competitive fights, hopefully. Like on paper, and you're gonna see the best of me, because that's kind of disrespectful to Reece Maud. Like, I was in second gear for most of that fight. Watching it back, I thought I should have done a bit more there. I should have done, but I knew what was going to happen. I knew, like, when I cranked the dial, it was going to be like that, and he won't take the power. But in a fight where the fighter's going to make me have to get out of that gear earlier, it's going to be entertaining for the fans. It's going to be really good.
I loved that after the fight, because they mentioned about the power, and you was just like, yeah, I got like all the power. Like
Ben said,
yeah, literally, you just like, yeah.
This can punch.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know how. Like, why would people think he would just all of a sudden start like lie about, like, why would he make that up? Like, because when you get in that ring, there's nowhere to hide. So why would he make it up? It don't make sense to.
No.
Better off saying this kid can't really punch, but that probably would have been a better thing to do if he was trying to think of a game plan. But
but it was just how casual you was, right? You got the strap on, and they're like, yeah, and like Ben says you can really punch, and you're like, well, I just literally.
Did you see what I just did?
Like he just face down, like obviously.
While we're on the subject as well, like I don't think he's popped back up yet. You know, he's probably still quite upset, but I do hope he does fight again, because I've been there. Like, whilst he was down, like, I thought I wasn't concerned about his physical health, because I seen in his face, he looked alright. He was sat up, he was awake. But I know what he was going through, because obviously it happened to me in 2014. I felt like my world ended. Like, my auntie came back to the changing room after the fight, and I was crying. And then I stayed in a hotel. Stayed in a hotel that night in Hull. Jordan Gill stayed with me for the night, because he didn't leave me on my own. Like, I was devastated. Like, I've never been so down in my whole life. And I ate to like kind of occupy myself for like a few weeks, and I went up to like 11.5 stone or something. Like, it was just, and so I'm just trying to say, like, I know what it feels like for him, and I just hope he bounces back and fights again.
Like, mad as this might sound, would you reach out to him and just say to him, look, guys, like,
well, I don't want to. The thing is, the last person I would want to see or speak to after my fight was my opponent, because I don't want to hear his name or see it. It just ate me up. Do you know? Maybe because in my head, like, I knew I'm better than him, but he beat me a different way. It wasn't a skill fight, was it? It was like an experience and the weight, and so it ate me up a bit. But I don't think he'd want to talk to me. I went to his change room after the fight, and I said to him, "Look, there's no one there in that change room has been through what he's going through apart from me." I just said to him, "Look, I know how it is. Like, I've come back, probably in just as bad a fashion as you. I got stopped, and I had fucking 2 bad injuries after that. Like, 2 operations. I had poor management. He's younger than me. He's in a lot better position than I was at the time. Thinking what I went for after, as I said to him, look, you can bounce back from this. All depends on your mindset, and you'll come again as a great fighter. You know, not been in anyone near my my experience or quality. So, like, he did well, and I'm sure, like, he's young, he'll come again.
Yeah, for sure. I just always wondered, like, the fact that you said you went back there and had a little chat with him. I mean, that, you know, a loss is a loss or whatever, but it's coming from a person that's been there. It's one thing if you're undefeated and, like, literally dripping in gold and glitter and just been like, I smashed you to pieces, didn't I, brother? Respect. Right? It's not that. You're trying to give him, like, a little bit of proper advice.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I think, was it Joe Frazier, wasn't it, after George Foreman got done by Ali? That was the man that took him like under it, and he was just like, look, you know, these things happen, whatever. When, you know, Foreman beat Moore, he done the same for him. He was just like, look, I'm gonna go and have a little chat with him. You probably did you probably sorted him out. He might hate you a little bit. He might have a weird shrine.
probably does, yeah. But
Yeah.
loads
Do you
of
reckon he spray painted a load of moss and just like got it everywhere?
loads of fighters have lost at that level and then gone on to win world titles. So
it's
a
good you
lot
had
of
the
people
chat though,
look at
because
them.
we were saying I personally worry a bit with Wilder. Like I think he's taken that most recent loss very badly, you know, because he had that aura of invincibility. So it's good to because you can go super
It
low.
affects different fighters different at different stages in the career.
Yeah.
Like I can't even off the top of my head think of fighters that have gone on to win world titles, but I can think of like Anthony Crolla got beat for the British. Was it twice?
Yeah, I
Possibly.
think so.
Gary
Yeah.
Matthews.
Tevin Farmer, fucking first 4 fights
Yeah.
losing and then, you know, get shot in the hand and then becomes world
look
champ.
Johnny
at
Nelson.
John
Yeah.
Nelson lost his first 6, was it?
Yeah.
So like there's different stages that it can affect you differently, but the most important thing is mindset. If you've got the mindset to come back and just ignore what certain critics say, what other people say that I've been there, especially people that aren't even boxed,
Yeah.
trying to give you shit. Just like as long as you've got the mindset, you can come back from anything. Like it's all about how your attitude as well. Always had a good attitude with regard and confidence. I've always been a confident kid. You could tell me like you can't do something and I'd just be hell bent to do it. Attitude, I've always had a good attitude. Maybe that helped me with everything coming back, but I'm sure he can do it. I hope he does.
Do you do much for your own mindset and psychology? Have you got a sports psychologist or anything like that?
No, you see, I
Do you watch YouTube motivational videos like I do?
No, I follow that. Is Eric Thomas on Twitter?
Oh, the best.
I like his
The
videos,
hip-hop
but
preacher,
I'm not
man.
into that. I'm not into that kind of thing. Because I think like words are words. You need to.
Yeah.
You can read anything for 30 seconds, and then you're back to how you think of your own back. So I think it's important to be able to think like that for yourself, not have someone else telling you.
Yeah. That how bad do you want it though? That's a banger of a movie. That's a banger of a video.
But like I'm one of them that I think if it's not broke, then don't fix it. Like I'm in my head, I think I'm quite confident. I'm driven. I've got confidence. Even after being beaten, I knew like I'll come back from this and I'll come straight how good I am. So I don't really want to go into like doing other things and messing about with it because I think it's all right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and it's like they say, like Goggins is always saying, motivation goes like that. Determination is what you want, and you've got that in spades. So, like, don't fucking need the rest of that shit.
What's the is there like does Tyson and Ben still chat? Has he been lurking around?
I'm not too sure. Sure. I presume so. Like Ben's a sound guy. Like, don't really fall out of anyone, so I presume so. Yeah.
What do you reckon happens with him and AJ?
I know I don't like answering a question with ifs and buts, but if they're both at the best, Fury all day long for me, all day long. If they're both prepared as they can, I think Fury's just got the movement of like someone from the lower weights, and his boxing IQ's too good. His jab, his movement, it would just be too much for AJ. And I think Fury could stop him late because AJ after 6 for missing for 6 rounds, which I think will happen. Missing, he's gonna gas. And I said it all his career. I feel bad because I doubted him. AJ, I used to say to everyone, anyone takes it past 6 rounds is gonna get beat. For the Klitschko fight, I was in Skegness in a pub. There's these casual boxer fans around me. It's like, what do you think? I was like, look, I think if Klitschko survives the first 6 rounds, it'll stop him. And then I think was it round 6, I think he put him down. And then one time I looked at him and I was like, I told you, I don't know how he didn't finish the fight. I don't know how he didn't finish him. But since then, I do think AJ's got a bit more experience and he's got a bit better over the distance. I do really think that. He's learned to mix his power up a bit and he's moving better, but it's too little too late. And I think Fury will be probably stop him late.
What do you think about Canelo and Billy Joe?
Billy Joe is the best fighter I've seen spar in person.
C Streets, telling you.
And
he's gonna do some
Billy Joe
work.
is amazing, but to me, Canelo is
he's got to be on it at his best.
Well, he's training camp in India. Like, why wouldn't that say the best? Sure.
If he's at his best, he's got a chance. I
think he's got more than a chance, you know. I don't know if I'm just getting sucked in to Gypsy Pride. I don't know if that's what's happening.
I can answer that question for you. 100% you are. That's exactly what this is.
Is like I just said, he's like, I've seen him spar when he's been overweight, massively overweight. And I'm thinking before the spar, what's he doing sparring when he's in this kind of shape? Like, and he just come out, it's like, boom, slip, boom, bang. It's like he's not even, it's like he's not even out of shape. Not only that, he's throwing the amount of punches that a featherweight or a lightweight kid would throw. It's mad, and the crisp and the skills, and he's slick. So I rate Billy. Yeah, I really do rate him. And I think if anyone can beat Canelo, it's probably him.
Yeah, I'm getting a traveller flag for Hair Streets just to fuck you off.
It's all right. Day after the fight, we'll compare flags. It's all right.
Fine. It's very stressful. Leigh, let's wrap this up, mate. When are you looking at getting your next bout out?
Hopefully, I don't want to jinx myself and say too much, but with the COVID situation, looking like June, is it?
Nice.
With McDonald boxing next month, March, April, May, June, 3 months.
That could work out nice.
It could work out nice. It could work out. I'm not sure if he would like. I'm not sure if I don't know if he would like the fight, but I don't know if it's a fight that he wants, or he might even pedal away from. He might even try his best to pedal away from. But if the money's there and the demand's there, it's boxing. Hopefully it can happen. And if I cross everything, and hopefully it can happen. It can happen in July when the crowds are back, and then who knows? Like, it could just all fall for me, and I hope it does.
Yeah, me too.
Fingers crossed, mate.
I'd love to see you as the champ, mate. Looking forward to. Look at. What's he say?
Leo wants to add something. Before you all go.
Yeah.
He's got to say something. Can you get him on the camera? He's doing brilliant in training, being trained by Ben Davidson, and all his previous trainers. But just let him know that everything he knows in boxing, I'll tell him everything he knows.
I love that.
Everything I know, he's actually taught me. No, do you know what? I owe a lot to this kid. He's been like a brother to me for the last 10, 11 years. He's really looked after me. We lived together, and I don't think I'd be here without him, because he's helped me a lot. So Leo Delanja, big shout
out. See, but this is where you just turn to him and say, "I'll always have a spot for you in the entourage."
if without COVID, he would have been at my fight. They'd probably let him carry a belt out, but they didn't let us take too many people, so it's disappointing. I've got my own entourage, mate. Yeah, so he's a pro himself, obviously.
Yeah,
so
I know.
He might have the souveniring next. So
really nice, Leigh. Thank you so much, man, and we'll speak to you in a couple of months. Congratulations again, dude.
Take care, mate. Bye.
Bye.